Hi folks, welcome back to the Carver's Wood Shop. I'm working on the feet right now. I have this little web foot here on my right, forgive my hands. I was working with my inkjet business and I got some of it on me. I can't get it off. But all this consists of is this. We're using this corner as a reference point. That would be this portion right here. And I did one foot offline, and I want to show you how I got it done. What I did was I made a stop cut from the side and just cut a little bit out from there, just like so. Alright, so we're trying to thin it up a little bit on the back end of it. See how we have that done? You can see it's a little bit of a web foot, but we cut it in a little bit over here too. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that out a little bit there. Okay. Alright, now I'm just going to start digging away at it a little bit. Now the thing that's really tough here is scooping this out, because the grain's running this way, and I'll show you what I mean. You need to go halfway one side and then halfway the other side, so you get a little bit of a scoop out there, just like so. Okay, that's exactly what you want to do. Alright, just like that, see? And then you're going to go in a little bit from the side, just a tad, and try to clean that out. See how we have that little bit of a web foot already there? Okay. And we're going to do, and the front is a little easier because we don't have the grain to contend with, so to speak, because this is like the end cap, because the grain, it's running this way, so this is like the end portion of the wood, just like so. Okay, now I know that's a little bit big, so we're just going to chop a little bit of that off. Okay, and we're just going to redefine that line a little bit more. Okay. So good to have a little detail knife. Somebody asked me where I got my knives. I had got them at various places. I got one from Alan Goodman. It's a very good knife if you're interested. He has a very good supply of knives. That's one of my knives that I use here. Okay, it's an Alan Goodman knife. It costs a little bit to get that, but it's well worth the money, folks, if you want a good knife. These here I actually got at a carving show. These were only about $10 a piece. And I was very lucky in that because the steel is really good on it. So we're just going to round that toe off a little bit. You see how we're getting that similar to, we're trying to match that up a little bit. So I'm just going to dig a little bit more out. Just like so. And some of the knives, like the carving, I don't have the pocket knife here at the moment, but I use a lot of the Rough Rider knives, and I don't have it here to show you, but I sharpen them up, and they do need to be sharpened. So if you don't know how to sharpen, it would not be a recommended thing for you to get, or if you're a beginner. Okay, just being very honest with you, you should stick with a stationary knife that the blade is in the handle, and that would be a much better choice for you. Once you get used to it, because I have cut myself a few times on those pocket knives simply because they collapse on you and that kind of thing. So, and really I do it more when I open and close it than the actual carving, but you can, because it's not a lock blade. But if you're interested in one of my Rough Riders, I do have another supply coming in from my supplier, and if you're interested in that, just email me and let me know, and I can put you on a waiting list for it. They're hard to find, the 3 blades that I use. I don't use a big blade very often. I use some 2 smaller ones on that more than anything else. Now I'm just taking a look here. Okay, it's starting to look similar, but it's still a little bit too big, so I'm just going to trim this back again a little bit. And like anything else, folks, you just got to assess it all the time. You know, just keep looking at it and seeing if it looks similar to the other one. You know, keep going back and forth. That's okay to do that. And I just want to make a word here about something that I thought about today. You know, we all have a different style in carving. If you've carved for any length of time, you will develop your own style and own look. You could follow all the videos that are on YouTube and, you know, follow all the projects, but your projects are going to look different. And don't be upset if you're a new person and they look different. That's perfectly fine. That's part of the artwork. You know, what we see and cut and carve out of a piece of wood from one person to the other, it's going to be different. So if it doesn't look exactly like Lucky Ducky, don't get upset. Or it doesn't look exactly like the Santa that you see. You know, you should be able to see that you did it and that you copied or that you tried to make the same thing. But if it doesn't look the same, don't be upset by it. You know, you will develop your own style of carving, absolutely. Okay, I think the feet are pretty well done. I'll fuss with these a little bit more offline, and I'm sorry that other tape was a little short before this one. I don't know why. Sometimes I forget to delete things. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. I think I'm going to let it go for now, and when we come back we'll start doing right here the crown of the head and the bill. Okay, we'll be right back.